Okay, I think I fixed my OBS problems. I think. In any case, hoping I did. Hello, this is Mega Ant-Man. I'm not gonna introduce myself every time I do this. This is part 1 of, I guess, 22. I'm gonna be doing 100% IL for every chapter, well, at least every mainline chapter. I'll probably do DLC just to fill in the boards. These are speedruns, so I am submitting this to speedrun.com, so I'll probably be a little focused on my runs. But I'm also doing this as a proof of concept for both a guide I'm making for 100% full game, and for anyone who wants to run the ILs or 100% entirely. As of now, 100% is going to be basically everything bundled up except for Chapter 7. I'll explain that when I get to Chapter 7. But for now, we're going to be doing Chapter 1. Only Skylanders here are Spyro on the dash path, Zap on the dash path, and Drill Sergeant on the dash path. Make sure you have a Player 2 controller. I mean, at this point, if you don't have a Player 2 controller, you basically can't run any game. Unless you want to do like glitchless or something. Alright. Let's get started. This is Chapter 1, so run actually starts upon hitting new. Unfortunately, I cannot use a timer because OBS will run slower for me if I do so. So apologies for that. Anyway, we're going to start with Spyro. Spyro is a very fast Skylander if on the dash path, and we need Spyro for a Magic 8. Also, you cannot skip a lot of cutscenes. You can't even skip Skylander loads at the beginning of the file. It's the same thing for anything. Background on what's going on. ILs for 100% are completely changing because of warps. We found a glitch where if you put a Player 2 Skylander on and take it off, depending on where that Skylander was when you take them off, if you take Player 1 off and put Player 2 on the same chapter, you warp. This does the same things outside of the chapter, so I could actually set up a warp in the hub world. I can't for this chapter because this is on a new file. But it's much more complicated outside of the chapter. But it's on coordinates, all 3 coordinates, X, Y, and Z. Y is the worst one. But it's very easy to set up a warp if you do it from within the chapter. Alright, so this is 100%. And after you open the key gate, you go back and fire the cannon so you can destroy that house where you see the legendary treasure, so you can get it. We're going to open up this treasure chest. There are 3 treasure chests in each chapter. There's 1 legendary treasure in each chapter. You can just hit A and then run back. There's also 1 story scroll in each chapter. 1 or more soul gems. I don't think any chapters have 3 soul gems. And then hats just vary. There's, depending on how many elemental gates are, the number of hats. I think this is the only chapter with 3 hats. Some chapters have 2 hats, some chapters have 1. I think most of them have 1. In any case. So yeah, as of right now, we have a chest and a legendary treasure. We're gonna get most of the collectibles. I think, yeah, we're gonna get all the collectibles but the hat. Or but a hat. The hat in the tech gate. And you'll see why later. In any case, you can't skip these dialogues first time through Chapter 1 on a new file, but we can the second time. And that's actually going to come important for a skip will do. You'll see the animation Spyro does after dashing into a turtle. Do not dash until after that animation like I just did right there, otherwise Spyro just stops, and it's really annoying. So be cautious of that. So after Flynn, we're actually going to split paths. We've been basically just going along the main path, doing a few extra things for collectibles. Now we're actually just going to go left, so we can take Spyro to the first elemental gate of the game. Just be warned, don't get too close, otherwise Spyro won't open the gate up. I mean, if you do get too close, you just walk back. OBS first for me. Oops, I can't see. There we go. The frick? Okay, everything's big. Everything's probably big on the recording. OBS likes to constantly break down. I'll shake it. I'll fix it. Okay, it should be fine now. Apologies for that. And hopefully that doesn't appear in recording, but it probably will. You're just going to see the game up close. For hats and for legendary treasures, not legendary treasures, soul gems, it gives you an option to watch video or wear hat. Instead of hitting no, what you want to do is just press B, and you can immediately leave that section after hitting B. If you hit no, you don't get to immediately leave. You wait like a second. If you hit yes, that's really bad, so don't do that. I forgot what I was doing, but we're going to get this chest anyway, I'm sorry. What you're supposed to do, don't do what I just did. Before you do that, you go over here, and you put player 2 on. You can use whoever you want. You can just use whoever you want. I suggest using the Skylander you're going to warp with, that way you don't, like, make the game confused. The only chapter where we do make the game confused with that is if you use 180 in chapter 21. But I'll explain that in detail some other time. Okay, we're going to do a glitch. If I can get it. Alright, cool. The zap goes infinite height. We're on the dash path for all these Skylanders, by the way. The reason that glitch happens is because the game thinks you're constantly entering and exiting water, and some Skylanders jump out of the water when they exit. And, well, the entering and exiting of water applies to any y-axis. So, we're allowed to do that. We're going to stay zap. We skipped a very long unskippable dialogue. Actually, 2 unskippable dialogues. We're going to push this turtle, but you don't have to. You can go along to the left. It's a little faster, but you're also at risk of falling off the turtle. We're going to go over and collect this third chest. But yeah, we skipped a very long unskippable dialogue, and we can skip it when we warp back with Joe Surgeon. We need the enemy count, but we cannot mix enemy count and timestamp for this chapter in one go. If you ever do, please let me know. That'd be awesome. But I don't think you can. I've never, like, personally tried attempting a bunch, but you never know. It might be possible. Oops, I forgot to hit C. You have to hit C after leaving the chapter for a cutscene. We're just going to re-enter chapter 1, and now we're going to do a funny glitch. This is called warping. Warping is significant in basically any category, but co-op or ASL warpless. Okay, we're going to take that player off, put player 2 on, take player 1 off. I'm going to switch my nunchucks because my player 2 nunchuck kind of sucks, and we warped. We're going to go up here. We can now skip this dialogue instead of having to listen to it for like 42 seconds. And we're going to destroy 15 chompies. I don't think you need to destroy all these chompies up front. I think you just need to destroy 15 for the enemy count to count. Enemy count most of the time counts to killing all enemies. There's only one exception I know. I don't know if this chapter is an exception as well. I could do more research into that if I want some time. Chapter 16 is an exception. I'll just explain now since I've probably piqued your interest. But for whatever reason, the enemies in the Earth Gate and the Tech Gate of Chapter 16 don't count. What's in that count? It's really weird. Oops. Got caught in the wall. Alright, we're going to open this hat. Or open this present box with a hat in it, I guess. Fun fact about that hat, I'm pretty sure it's like the birthday hat if you play the Japanese Wii U version specifically. Little fun fact. We have a little dialogue here that we normally don't do. We're going to push this turtle in. I guess you don't have to, but you have to kill these chompies anyway, so. Alright. And that's basically it. And you just go to the end. Ooh, Okay. Well, now you know. Don't dash into the bounce pad. And don't miss the bounce pad as well. Dang it. What stinks about this is a proof of concept, but it's also weird knowing that this run's kind of bad. If you want to beat it, please do. I would love to see more runners on the leaderboard. In any case, that's it. You'll notice it's cleared under 3 minutes. 3 minutes is actually not as generous as you think. Timer stops during dialogues. We already got it, but you cannot get it and get the enemy count at the same time, as we know, and do all of the other collectibles. But if you do ever manage to pull that off, let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please, if you'd love to, run 100% or just run 100% categories. Either way.